Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first video of Madden 23. So here we are on the team selection screen. Now, I've had a lot of options here, a lot of debate, and there's a few options. There really is. I don't want to go with the Lions. Like, I love the Lions. I think everyone loves the Lions. But they're a team that is already on the right side of their rebuild. They have really good weapons like Amon-Ra St. Brown. You have DJ Chark, who's over there, who's pretty good. You have TJ Hawkinson, obviously. And then you also have some guys, that are pretty dang solid in fantasy, like DeAndre Swift. Sorry, I forgot to list you as a weapon man. You're my my personal favorite fantasy back. Then you have, the Jets, who have a very good wide receiver core at this point. You got the Jags, who I was really close to picking, to be perfectly honest with you, as they seem to look, they look incredible under, oh my God, what is his name? Doug Peterson. They're looking great under Doug Peterson. And then we also had the Falcons as a consideration, but I just don't really want to use, Kyle Pitts, who's a glitch. Like, the dude is a wide receiver at tight end. You have AJ Terrell, who's already a star. I'd rather go with the Giants, who, I get it. Some people can be like, oh, they have 2 wins. How are they not better than the other teams? We can get into that in a minute. And I actually really like Dable, so I think I'm going to stay with Dable. Let's go ahead and let's go through this. Okay, all Madden, yep. And we're probably going to play a few weeks, but we're just going to play the moments, I think. Injuries are going to be on. Pre-existing injuries on. Practice squad, yep. Let's see here. I hate that because then I can't make trades. Breakout scenarios, development trait regression, I always hate. But we'll leave it on in the sake of being, transparent here. What else am I looking for here? Fill rosters off, for sure. I think that's going to be it. So, with that being said, regular season, week 5 here with the Giants. Let's get into it. And I know some of you guys are like, oh, what do you mean? Hey, you don't play Madden? I love Madden, personally. It's one of my favorite games, which sounds really weird because it's basically the same game over and over as EA normally is. But it's I think this is going to be a good turn, a very good turn for the franchise. We're going to be conservative and say 4 because I don't think we're very good. In real life, they actually won this game against the Titans, but I really don't expect to. So that being said, let's get into our roster here. Obviously, you can see some of the star players already. The thing is that we have a star, basically. We have Barkley, Saquon Barkley, the man, the myth, the legend, Saquad, if you will. At quarterback, it's Danny Dimes. We're going to be drafting one. Halfback does not look half bad, to be perfectly honest with you. Saquon obviously leading the way with Matt Breida and Antonio Williams. We don't have a fullback. Interesting. Wide receiver core, we actually have a lot invested here, which is kind of odd to say because I didn't expect them all to be this good or this bad. Well, this bad for a certain someone, Kenny Golladay, and non-existent for Kadarius Toney. But yeah, we're definitely going to look and see what we can get done here. I'd like to get Kadarius Toney involved. I'd like to get Wan'Dale Robinson involved. And even David Sills, to be honest with you, I think he could be something. I know he's already 26, but still, I really like him from his days. I believe is it West Virginia? I want to say it was West Virginia. We don't have a tight end. I mean, we have Daniel Bellinger. Like, does he have development? Archetypes, yep. Yeah, he does not have. Oh, God dang it. No, I don't want to do any goals. What are we looking at? Daniel Bellinger does not have. He does not have any decent development. Pardon, guys. I'm sorry. I was losing my train of thought there. But Tanner Hudson, 27, nothing great. Chris Myrick, I believe. And Casey Kreider, again, nothing. Andrew Thomas. This is where we actually start to come into what I would almost consider the strength of this team. Like, I think Andrew Thomas has looked great the past few weeks. If I'm not mistaken, he has star. He does. So he's going to probably be our left tackle of the future here. Left guard, we don't have anybody. Center, we have Joe Feliciano. He's all right. You see his player tag. It's quite literally that. He is a bridge player until we get someone else better. Right guard, again, a bridge player in Mark Lewinsky. Right tackle, we spent a top-tier pick on Evan Neal, and I am very happy about it. And if I'm not mistaken, It is hidden. Okay. So he's going to have something really good for us. Left end, Dexter Lawrence, one of the few positions that we are solid at. Um, and with us playing a 3-4, he's going to be one of our defensive ends for sure. Right end being Leonard Williams. Defensive tackle being Justin Ellis. Aziz Ojolare. Does he have development? I feel like he should. Yes, he does. Okay. So Aziz is going to be really good for us. O'Shane Jimenez, I believe it is. Or Jimenez, something like that. He's a solid rotational piece. I don't mind him, but I might trade him to get someone else, if that makes sense. Yeah, down the middle, we're kind of bad. I'd like to start Darian Beavers, but he's also injured. How long is he out for? Oh, he tore his ACL. Cool. Right outside linebacker, the other top pick that we had, Kayvon Thibodeau. Gotta love that. Aside from that, no one else there. At corner, I really like Adoree Jackson. He's a solid number 2 corner. Darnay Holmes is not that good. Free safety, Xavier McKinney. I like him. He's a good piece to be able to build around. Same with Julian Love here. So we're going to look good on the back end. It's pretty much, it's the linebackers, defensive tackle, and then the offense that we have to build out. And I actually have an idea for who I want at quarterback, so this is going to be fun. That being said, though, guys, let's see, how long is this one already? This is 6 minutes. We can go into it. Let's take a look at free agency. Let's see if there's anybody here that we could say, okay, you improve our team, aside from like the obvious ones. Like if I'm going to sign somebody, I want them to be a long-term option who wouldn't just be like, oh, well, I don't want to sign with you. I want a chance at a ring. Not really seeing anybody. Let's just go by position. Holy cow, Mike Glennon's the best one. Halfback, we don't need anybody here, but hey, doesn't hurt to check. Fullback, okay, solid. There's one, ironically. Wide receiver, there's some options for sure. Is there anybody? 25, Kiki Kuti. Really know that I want to do that. Josh Gordon, Tavon Austin. I don't know why I said Tavion. Tavon Austin, pardon. D.D. Westbrook. There's some okay options potentially. Preston Williams. That's an idea. Let's. Brashad Perriman was signed. I don't know how old this roster is now, because Brashad Perriman definitely plays for the Bucks. 96 speed and Marquise Goodwin. John Ross. We're gonna give John Ross another chance. We're definitely doing that. I really want John Ross to be an NFL player. To be honest with you, I'd like him to be on my favorite team, which actually happens to be the Kansas City Chiefs. I live in Kansas City. Before I start hearing you're a bandwagon, I live in Kansas City. I have lived in Kansas City for a long time, so I was born here. We're also going to sign Bo Melton because I was a big Bo Melton guy in the draft. I think he'll be fun to use. For tight end, we're probably going to do the same thing. Let's just find somebody with decent speed here. Eric Ebron would by far be the best one. We'll grab him. He also has Star Dev. That's you're actually a longer term option than I actually thought, so that's cool. Nobody there. Center, we have Trey Hopkins, but we already have somebody just as good as him. Right tackle, nah. Left end, no. Defensive tackle, Mike Pennell. It's tempting because he legitimately is what we need, a defensive tackle, but I think we're going to move on for now. In the middle linebacker, the heck, are we going to be able to see middle linebackers? There we go. I don't know what's going on there, but in this system, it might be best to grab it. I want to wait. I saw McMillan. What in the world is going on here? Come on, go to middle linebackers. We'll just back out of free agency. Dolphins side, Doug Costin. Bo Melton's not on our active roster. Cool. Down here to free agents. I don't know what's going on here. Come on. Load the names before I do this. There we go. We're going to go to middle linebacker here. And McMillan. In the older Maddens, he used to have Star Dev. He does not. Dang. Okay, I had hoped, but I had hoped poorly, I guess. Or just stupidly, however you'd like to view it. So let's look right outside linebackers. Nobody. Corners. No one's going to be here long term. Free safety. Marquise Blair. I mean, no, we're good at safety. What am I saying? We're good at safety. You know what? Hang on. And now that I think about this, there is one guy I want to sign here from the corners. It's a guy, again, that back in his draft year, I had him quite high, if the corners will load, that is. I still think he might be able to be something, be able to do something for a team. Where did he just go? There he is. Jimmy Moreland. I really liked him out of James Madison. I have no idea what's going on with my system right now, guys. Okay, we can get right outside linebackers. Can we get anything else? God, dude, this is kind of stupid. Go back to free agents. Let's see if it loads now. Load my data. Oh boy, I will be back in just 1 second, guys. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Had to grab my charger so my laptop didn't die on me. We're looking at corners sometime today. You know what? It's not that important. At least not for right now. We can take care of that some other time. There are some trades that I'd like to make. Just some things that I think would be interesting. The first one is going to involve the other team that I was looking at originally, the Jags, right? So the Jags, first off, something that we should definitely take note of, their interior offensive line, not that great except for Brandon Scherf. What's his contract looking like? Yes, I understand he's a superstar player. Yeah, I get it. Stats and contract. Contracts. Yeah, 20 mil. I'm good. I'm going to pass on that one. Oh, no, not what I meant to do. Right tackle. D Ford. Did he? I don't think he actually signed there. I think that was a Madden simulation thing. Trayvon Walker. If we didn't have edges, I would be looking at him already. Whoa, what? Okay. Interesting. Chad Muma is someone that I might take a look at. Him or Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd has no dev traits. We might go Devin Lloyd. I actually don't know where the guy that I was looking for is. For those of you curious, I was looking for middle linebacker Dylan Moses out of, I believe he was out of Alabama. It's a very hyped up prospect that just never really turned into much. They don't want wide receivers. Would you take? They like Gates. What do you say? No? What if I make it Feliciano? Bit more, bit closer. Quarterback? Really? Tyrod Taylor? And like a right end? No. Left tackle, left guard. So left guard. Trade you either one. Whichever one you want, man. Whichever one. Hamilton. I really didn't think it would be that difficult to get him. But now that makes me ask the question of where exactly is Dylan Moses? Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm going to look that up. That is so odd. I never realized that. It says he's a free agent. Interesting. Well, let's do it. Practice squad eligible. Patty Fisher. Honestly, I like Patty Fisher. We'll grab him. I definitely don't mind grabbing him. I liked Patty Fisher in college, and honestly, with how bad our team is, that's all I really need right now to be able to sign somebody. Could he be a left outside linebacker? No. Could he be a right outside linebacker? Chauncey Rivers? No way. We're signing you as a backup. Chauncey Rivers was on Last Chance U, for those of you who know that show. Yeah. He was a standout at, I believe, East Mississippi Community College. Going to sign Jimmy Moreland now that we're given the option to. And I am so disappointed by that. I did not realize that Ty Summers is here. Interesting. Huh. Let me see here. Anybody standing out potentially? You know what? Let's see if we can make a move for a Seahawks player by the name of Jordan Brooks. Would they trade him in real life? Probably not. Is this Madden? Yes. So we're going to go for it. Then we will check the trade block, and we'll probably call that an episode, and then we'll get into games in the next one. So Seahawks. Middle linebacker, Jordan Brooks. Anybody else here? Corners. Tariq Woolen. Give me him too, please. Do you have anybody on the offensive or defensive line? Shelby Harris is very much underrated in this game. I can't believe that. What about in your interior offensive line? Austin Blythe. That would be interesting. Could we grab Charles Cross? Probably not, but you know what? It's worth asking. Basically, they need entire offensive line. The entire offensive line. Do they like either one of them? They like one of them. Okay, Jordan Brooks is going to be possible here, I believe. Center. It's going to take Feliciano. Oh, they don't. Oh. Maybe Feliciano would work. Gates. Would you do Gates? No. It's going to have to be Feliciano. And a left guard. We don't really have anybody. Let's see. You know what? We'll throw a pick in here. But a future or a fourth this year. What do you say? There it is. We got Jordan Brooks to lead our defense. I feel good about that. I do. We're probably going to sign a center and go through the cuts, and then we will. We also might make a trade or two, guys. I'm sorry. I know this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer episode. Just for the intro, just to get an overview of the roster, see what all's going on. Trey Hopkins, welcome to the team. But there's some guys that need to go. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, there is. And we might be. I think we're probably going to trade them off for some draft picks. Not. I went too far down. Come on. Trade center. So, we'll look through the trade block actually real quick. I forgot about that. Nobody at quarterback. Okay. Is there nobody at all, really? Wow. Okay. Maybe we'll have to go a week. Now I'm curious. Hang on. No. If I go to manual trade, yeah. That's weird. I didn't realize that it did that. That's very odd. I don't I don't really like that. As for players who need to get out of here, for one, it's the cap-eating mammoth himself, Kenny Golladay. And for two, oddly enough, it's going to be Leonard Williams, one of the best players on the team, actually. We want to get defensive line that's just not entirely awful. I would actually think AJ Epinesa could be really good for this team. What about left end? Is there someone there? I can't remember how big is Greg Rousseau. 6'7", 266 with star dev. What about Carlos Basham? Okay, you're a 4-3 edge. Greg Rousseau, though, would be interesting. If we could get like those two and like a first, would y'all do that? No. You know what? Maybe we just grab Epinesa, but we trade for something not as important. Like, or we trade something not as important. I don't know if that's what I said or not, actually thinking about that. Oh my god, we need a defensive tackle, and I didn't realize how bad that was. Holy. O'Shane Jimenez for AJ Epinesa. Sick. Beautiful. Love it. So now I'm looking at defensive tackle. I mean, Vita Vea would be ideal if that is how this world worked. Not going to go to Kansas City. Not going to go there. So this is interesting, right? Because Fedarian Mathis, normal dev. Actually, what about the Browns? Oh, not what I meant to do. Perrion Winfrey. Ooh, they really did not help him with his rating. You know what? I think we're going to skip past him, actually. Cowboys. Neville Gallimore. You know what? Actually, I know who I want to look at, although Gallimore is also a good shout. It is not a Packers, a Patriots player by the name of Christian Barmore. I think he could be a great edge for us here. Not edge. What's the defensive tackle? Nose tackle. That's what I was looking for. I hate the fact that they use defensive end and defensive tackle here. Like, in reality, it's interior D-line and it is edge. Can we label it as such, please? Okay, left guard here. Yeah, didn't think so. Did not think so. Right outside linebacker, middle linebacker. Middle linebacker. Take Crowder. I mean, no, none of them are worth anything. Right outside linebacker. Anybody? No value. Draft picks. A third next year in Leonard Williams for Christian Barmore. And okay, a third and a fifth this year. Would you do that? What about a third this year and a fourth next year? Third and a third? Swear to God, dude. I swear to God. I will trade a third and a second for this, please. Okay. We got it done. I think the D-line looks solid now. I do. So that means we can trade... Mr. Free Paycheck here however we would like and wherever we would like. Baltimore actually might be ideal. They don't want to give up a first for him. A second and a third is a possibility. Middle linebackers, well, do they want Tay Crowder? No. Just a second. Okay, we were able to get a second for Kenny Golladay. So that means in total our picks are looking like 2 firsts, 2 seconds, a fifth. Yeah. I mean, the top of the draft is really where you're gonna have your guys, you know. So that being said, we need to make some cuts, and then we will call this an episode. So let's go ahead, cut 5 players, sure. Yeah, I'll cut you. I know this is half my tight end core here. Right outside linebacker, I definitely want to look at because I don't want to cut Chauncey Rivers, but I do want to cut some other guys. We'll practice squad Cam Brown. We will cut Jihad Ward. Middle linebackers, Patty Fisher. Honestly, might start Patty Fisher. We very well might. We're going to cut Austin Calatraro. I'm not sure how to say that. Cut you, and we are down to the numbers. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Well, with that all being said, I think, we'll do depth chart now that I'm thinking about this, because I'd rather go through this real quick if it'll load. There it is. Obviously, it's going to be Danny Dimes. Obviously, Saquon. Fullback is a bit questionable. I guess we'll have Daniel Bellinger there. Kadarius Toney, Slayton. I definitely want John Ross up here, as well as Wan'Dale Robinson, and Bo Melton. We are probably going to make more trades for wide receivers in the next one with Darius Slayton and Richie James. Kadarius Toney. A lot of slot guys here. Holy, lot of slot guys. We'll have to figure that out. Tight end, yeah. The offensive line should be fine. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot that's going to be going on here anyways, so left end, yes. Right end, yes. Defensive tackle, yes. Perfect. I do want, selfishly, I would like Patty Fisher to be there. Cool. That works for me. Free safety and strong safety are going to be right. Kick returner, Richie James. Let's make that Bo Melton. Give it to the young guy. Wan'Dale Robinson can then handle punt returns. Kicker or kickoffs, long snapper. Good. Third down, obviously it's going to be him. Power back, obviously it's going to be him. Slot receiver here. Not going to do Sterling Shepard. We're going to put Kadarius Toney for now. I want Wan'Dale up there for sure. And after that, we'll put Bo Melton. Rush left end, yep. Rush right end, yes. Rush defensive tackle, Dexter Lawrence. Love it. Sub linebacker, still Jordan Brooks. Slot corner, Jimmy Moreland. And the practice squad. All right, well, I think that is where we're going to call it for now, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.